Hi, it's Justin with ARK.io, and I'm so super late I have to get to the airport immediately. So cut to the part where I don't miss the flight.
Didn't miss the flight. Cheapair.com accepts Bitcoin. Made it to NYC.
Now I'm in New York. That is all I will sing because I am scared of copyrights. So now that I made it onto the dang plane and I'm on my way to Times Square, it's time to do a proper introduction. I'm Justin with ARK.io, and today's adventure takes us to New York City for Consensus 2019. We've already got co-founders showing up like Travis. Say what up, Travis.
What's up?
He said the thing I told him to. And you know what we're gonna do on this trip is we're going to make some new connections. We're going to meet up with Kai and Katie and Matt and some of the French arm of ARK, and we're going to give a special talk with me and Matt DC to give people a status on the update of ARK over the last 12 months. Can't wait to get started with it, and let's get to it.
Travis and I are heading over to Times Square. So let's talk about ARK in a nutshell. ARK is a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, except that with ARK, you can send funds without a central third party like a bank much faster and cheaper than Bitcoin. Bitcoin can take 10 minutes, but ARK only takes 8 seconds. ARK's transaction fees are also dynamic, which means you can execute a transaction with fees much smaller than a penny right now. We also have really easy to use desktop and mobile wallets, available for download at ARK.io. The ARK community, delegates, and team also run contests and bounties where you can earn and win ARK. Subscribe to reddit.ark.io for more. And that is ARK in a nutshell.
It's hot dog time. So since we're in New York, of course, my number one priority is to try these New York hot dogs that I hear so much about. It's my first time in the city, so we're definitely gonna see if it lives up to the hype. All right, so here's a little background information on these hot dogs like this, because there's an urban legend that floats around in the ARK community about a hot dog cart somewhere in Iowa that accepts ARK. And it was huge on Reddit. But right now I'm really excited about this New York dog. Now I had cash today, but what you might not know is that I could use my spend card to buy this hot dog by spending ARK in the background that converts to fiat using the spend app. And I can interact with the real world using crypto before, you know, the mass adoption happens and everybody accepts crypto. So it's a nice little bridge for that, and ARK loves bridges. But right now, we're gonna bite into this New York dog. Reputation confirmed.
Times Square was definitely a blast, and afterwards I sampled some New York City nightlife. But here's a pro tip. The nightclubs stay open until 4 a.m., not the usual 2 a.m., so keep that in mind because nightclubs don't have clocks. The next day, I was able to explore the vibrant city as I made my way to a nearby Consensus satellite conference. NYC's character is obvious in things like the signature yellow color of the taxis as well as, oh wait, hold on. Sorry about that. Where was I? Right, as well as the vintage roof lights of the police cars, which give the city a sense of classic charm. Even though I live in Los Angeles, I was still a bit starstruck. I had seen so many movies set in New York, but never visited until now. I kind of felt like an extra in a scene that was always running, half expecting the Avengers or Neo or Superman to show up out of nowhere. I definitely understood the allure of the city, where there was always something going on, everything was hustling and bustling, and walking around was really easy. Many say NYC is the finance capital of the world, so it definitely makes sense for Consensus to be held each year here. Also, there's nachos. Cover your ears.
So it looks like before Consensus, I get to attend a special pre-conference conference called the Magical Crypto Conference. It's put on by 4 big names in the crypto world, including Charlie Lee and Whale Panda, and this is the first year that it's happening. Word on the street that I hear is it's called the Fun One, so let's check it out.
The The Magical Crypto Conference was really cool. Even Bitcoin and Litecoin were there. It was designed by 4 Magical Crypto friends, Charlie Lee, Samson Mao, Ricardo Spagni, and Whale Panda. In the exhibition room, they even had a live crypto-enabled arcade game where you could team up as one of the 4 crypto friends and blast enemies in a multiplayer environment. I said, "This is awesome!" Some big names made an appearance at the conference, and there were many booths on the expo floor with cool items you could purchase with crypto, even crypto socks. The Magical Crypto Conference also had a lot of presentations and talks by industry leaders that covered things like the Lightning Network and crypto on satellites. In case you missed it, yeah, that's a real bull. I hope it comes back soon. After the 2-day show, it was time to head back to the hotel. I've been in crypto for a while now, and I've attended a few conferences so far. I definitely thought the Magical Crypto Conference had an extra element of fun to it that I'm sure newcomers to crypto would appreciate. Making new connections and attending the Magical Crypto Conference with Matt, Lars, and Travis was a very cool bonus activity on the trip.
We're going to SPYSCAPE. It's a museum to the history of spying and cryptography and stuff.
Matt and I are speaking at Consensus, so we were invited here to SPYSCAPE, the interactive museum of spying. We attended a mixer with other Consensus speakers, and the entrance to the museum is an entire room that is also an elevator with 360-degree video. Since we're here, let's talk about ARK security.
Hello, Agent. This is your crash course on ARK security, while the SPYSCAPE Museum tests your skills as a spy.
We will build a profile of you and discover what sort of spy you'd be.
In the world of cryptocurrencies like ARK, you generate a public key and address where your funds are stored, and a 12-word passphrase known only to you. This passphrase is remarkably secure. The chances of guessing it correctly is 1 in 115 million 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 million. You can also choose an optional additional 12 words and a second signature registration, making your wallet astronomically secure. Always guard your passphrase. Back it up and keep it safe. Never share it with anyone. Be aware of scammers trying to get your funds. Use hardware wallets like the Ledger Nano S to protect your funds, and vote for a delegate who secures the ARK public network. Storing a lot of ARK on exchanges is unwise. Remember, your keys, your coins. Learn more at ark.io.
The next day was pretty rainy and not too warm either, but spirits were high as we got ready to kick things off for Consensus NYC 2019, the main event of Blockchain Week here in the city. One of the cool things for me was heading towards the main escalators to bring us to the show floor, only to see a wall-to-wall ARK explainer graphic designed in-house by Oleg. Taking a photo in front of it as a proud member of the team was definitely a highlight for me. Last year, ARK also attended and sponsored the show, and there was signage and graphics everywhere. We had our own private room to give talks about ARK, and we were also able to forge some key relationships that helped us with some major achievements over the subsequent 12 months. You can see last year's video in the activities section of youtube.ark.io. Consensus NYC is the big show where top minds assemble to tackle the issues and enhance the potential of cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. They even had a mosaic wall where your photo could become part of the bigger picture. I met up with Kai and Katie, our recently hired marketing team, who attended a number of lectures and panels discussing enterprise applications for blockchain. The show also had multiple levels of exhibition space.
Look who I just ran into.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here from Crypto Zombie.
And Forrest here from Ishoshi.
Of course, the main reason we are here this year is to give a special presentation on the status of ARK and achievements over the last 12 months. Matt went first, detailing ARK's recent hires and partnerships as well as its current funding status. I covered our technical achievements and unveiled the release date of the ARK deployer, which is live now.
I'm Justin. It's not Friday.
It's the bad crypto time. Stay bad.
Another major highlight for me was being a guest along with Travis on the Bad Crypto podcast, hosted by Joel Comm and Travis Wright, a long-running show with over 7 million downloads in 2 years. Check out the full interview in the link in the description below. I also had the pleasure of jumping onto BlockTV, a streaming news service all about crypto. Here's a clip.
Justin, you guys are launching the ARK deployer, right? It's a
That's right.
Free and easy to use blockchain creation tool that enables you to do what?
It enables you to create, customize, and launch your own blockchain in minutes. We were very excited to release the launch date of this innovative product which makes it so easy to create a blockchain. In the time it takes you to research whether a blockchain is right for you, you could already have your own blockchain.
See the full video and interview in the link in the description below. Aside from media opportunities, the ARK team was also able to hold a number of private meetings. We can't say who with, but we can say that ARK said hey and what's up to the Winklevoss twins, operators of the crypto exchange Gemini. The rest of the ARK team also dove into some interviews of their own, with ARK CEO Francois Xavier Thorenz and Chief Strategist Matthew DC dishing the details on the new ARK deployer. This is financial correspondent Anne Schweet, who is genuinely interested in what the deployer offers. I also said hey and what's up to a fellow podcaster, Matthew, from the Crypto 101 podcast available on iTunes. The conference offered us a lot of useful insight, as well as some great industry parties like this one, the Ledger Hardware Wallet Party. The new ARK mobile wallet coming soon will interface with these Ledger hardware devices, with the newest one being Bluetooth enabled. With the show now behind us, we made our way uptown to a great Italian place for a final team dinner. The whole trip went by in a blur, as there was only one short week between Paris and here. I have a feeling that there will be a lot more action in the future, especially with solid tech and a strong community behind us. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.